Alright, here with Christopher Osborne.
What's up, YouTube? ChrisIsSoPro here. Got my first regional top 8 finally. I play 6 with Saki Dragon Rulers, so let's get into my deck profile and then I'll go over my matchups for the day. I ran Triple Maxi, which would have been great if I had played meta today. I only played against one Dragon Ruler deck, everything else was anti-meta, so they ended up either getting sided out or like a few of them sided out. Of course, 3 Blaster, 3 Tidal, 3 Tempest, and 3 Redox. 2 Debris Dragon, along with Trigon, because I played the Trigon loop. 1 Guard, 1 Corseska. I main deck 2 Fossil Dyna, MVP of the day, or not even MVP. He was really good, but I don't want to call him MVP. I'll get to the MVP card. And 1 Scarecrow. Spells, standard. Triple Ravine, triple Sacred Sword, double MST, and 1 Book of Moon. I almost took this card out last minute, but it really ended up helping me out, and I'm glad I kept it, especially with, nothing but anti-meta. And I only ran 1 of all my traps. I ran 1 Raigeki Break, 1 Wing Blast, 1 Compulse, 1 Trap Stun, 1 Waboku. I ended up hating this card. I never drew it, and I always sided it out. Return, 6 cents, and my MVP was Malevolent Catastrophe. It's because of all the anti-meta I played, and I would always hit like 2 to 4 cards every time I activated this thing. It was fantastic. I'll probably even continue playing it in the next format. For extra deck, 2 Ancient Fairies for the Ravine loop, 1 Black Rose, 1 Stardust, 1 Stardust Spark, 1 Thought Ruler. This card.
Too good.
People Fiendish Chained this card. I actually got Fiendish Chained in my round 6 match and my round 9 match. And I was like, okay, negate. 1 Colossal, 1 Scrap, Double Blader. I really like that I played Double Blader, except for the fact that I didn't get any play out of it since I played pretty much nothing but anti-meta all day. 1 Star Eater. Clutch. 1 Big Eye, 1 Gaia Charger, and I only played 2 Draco Sacks. I kind of wish I had played 3 because I went for a Ravine loop against somebody, and later in the game, I didn't really need the 3rd Draco Sack, but when I went back into the extra deck and realized it wasn't there because I was going for Big Eye, it was like, man, really wish I had played the 3 Draco Sacks, but it's whatever. And then, onto the side, I played 1 Snipe Hunter, which since I played anti-meta all day, I was kind of upset that I didn't main it, but who knows that you're not going to play meta all day. 1 DD Crow, didn't get sided much, but when I did side it, it did come in handy against the 1 Dragon I played. The 2nd Scarecrow for Geargia and stuff, and Dragons, and I mean, I sided it against the Dragon I played, but I didn't really have any need for it. I sided triple Encore for Evil Swarm. I only played 1 Evil Swarm, and he didn't even exceed because he drew terrible both games, and I just 2-0'd him. The 3rd Space, obviously got sided in a lot. Triple DNA Surgery. This was probably my favorite card of the side deck all day because I played against 3 freaking Boojins. Like, seriously, who has to play against Boojins as much as I did? I played them rounds 5, 6, and 8. And it was like, seriously? Double Skill Drain for obvious reasons, and it did get to see a lot of play because, of course, I played against 3 Boojins and an Evil Swarm. Set it a deck Devi for the Geargia matchup because I thought I was going to be seeing a lot more of it, and I obviously didn't. 1 Debunk, didn't see a lot of play because I didn't see it. Like, I set it in against the Boojins, like for Crane and Turtle, Quill and all that, and I set it in against Dragons, but I never drew into it, so... And I sided the 2nd Trap Stun for obvious reasons, and it ended up working out. So, my day basically went round 1. I 2-0'd Fire Fist. He didn't really get a lot of, he didn't really see a lot out of that. Round 2, I lost a Gladiator Beast because of a really bad misplay on my part. I got really cocky against a face-down monster and completely forgot about Fossil Dyna. And I had the chance to make a Stardust, but I didn't, so that cost me the match. And it was to my friend Quentin. I mean, I'm actually really glad that I ended up losing that way, though, because that really, like, made me think about my plays harder. and I was telling everybody, every single monster that somebody sets against me from now on is either a Fossil Dyna or a Geargy Armor, and either way, it's getting blastered the fuck out of. Round 3, I ended up playing against a guy who was playing a Skill Drain deck, who was running, like, it wasn't Malefics, he didn't have any of the Malefics, but he ran Seal of Orichalcos, Barbaros, Archfiend, Emperor dude, I don't even remember his name, but I 2-0'd that guy. Round 4, I played against my friend Enrique, and we ended up drawing because he got me game 1. Game 2, he ended up scooping about 10 seconds after they called time. And since all the judges know me, since I judge all the time, there was a judge right there watching my game that just straight up said, hey, you guys get a draw. Round 5, I played against Fujins. He got me game 1, and I came back games 2 and 3. Round 6, I played against another Bujin player, and I just 2-0'd the shit out of him, because I was like, oh, Bujins again, I know how to play this. Round 7, I played my friend Andy. I played a lot of people I knew. And Andy was running Evil Swarm. He didn't really get a lot of momentum off, and I just pretty much destroyed him. Round 8, I played against another Bujin player, who was actually my friend Lewis. He got me game 1, and I ended up winning in time game 3. So that was pretty good. It was really scary because he was the only Bujin player that actually managed to crane me all day. Who would have known? And then round 9, on the bubble, I played against Machina Gadgets. That was actually really scary because, you know, he was just setting a bunch of stuff. And, like, game 1, he brought out 2 Fortresses, one with Redox effect and one with Fortress's own effect. And then normal summoned a Fossil Dyna after he had stopped my plays with with the Solemn Warning the turn before. And all I could do was set a monster and pass. And he goes attack with Fortress, and I was like, oh, hey, here's my Fossil Dyna. Bye. And, that ended up securing the game for me. In game 2, he normal summoned Fossil Dyna, set 4 to start the game, and I just played really conservatively around him, and ended up coming through with a bunch of two normal sets of my Debris Dragon and my Flameville Guard. I Sacred Sworded a Blaster, Search Trigon, MST to face down. Ended up getting my MST targeted, so I targeted one of his 5 face downs. It wasn't that MST that he activated, and it was another MST. So I was like, okay, Wing Blast the Fossil Dyna, normal Trigon. He goes in match. I have another space in hand to match the goes in match. I synchro for Black Rose, say activate effect. He goes Phoenix Chain. I synchro with the Flameville Guard into Thought Ruler. And I attack into his gear frame that he had on the field. And there just wasn't much he could do from there. Like, next turn I just swarmed the field, and that was it. And yeah, that was my top. I kind of wish that I kind of wish they still played out top 8, because I would have liked one of the deck boxes. I ended up placing 6th with an X1-1 record. And yeah, that's my regional story. I'm probably going to get a lot of thumbs downs on this video, though, because I ran dragons, so, I mean, that's life, though, I guess. And someone's calling me, so I'm going to have to end the video here. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to thumbs up this video, actually, because if you thumbs it up, I might just upload the first place Madolche Deck Profile. So, peace out, guys.